Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm just finishing locking out the boys now, but I thought I'd just quickly do an intro. So we are going cross-country schooling today at a place we haven't been since literally when I first got Turbo, and it was terrible. So yeah, haven't been there in ages, so we'll have lots of new jumps for him to look at. I need to leave in about 30 minutes. I'm just going to muck out the horses. I've got everything packed and the float hitched up, and I'm going to go pick up Caitlin first, and then we're going to go together. Okay, so I was kind of in a rush before, so I didn't really have much time to talk, but basically last time we jumped, which was Tuesday I think, maybe, or Monday, and today it's, what day is it? Sunday. He was absolutely spastic, and because he gets ridden in a truss bit because he tucks behind the vertical a lot, and it tends to be worse the more you, like, the stronger the bit gets. And he did get a bit fitting, and there was a bit he kind of liked, and then I stopped using it because I didn't like it on flight work because I felt like it was just crunching him up, like he was just kind of going backwards, not actually, but he was just very what's the word? I didn't like it on the flat, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I stopped using it. But then the other day in the lesson, the truss bit was not cutting it for brakes. He was just leaning so much. And I did start the lesson with a whip, so I think that was a very bad idea because he gets spastic if I ride with a whip. But like, I need to sometimes on cross country, so I don't know, he has to get over it. So anyway, I'm going to put the bit that we had in the bit fitting back on, which is a Fager Julia, and see how he goes in that. Hopefully I have a bit more brakes. To finish that conversation quickly, got that bit, and then I'm also taking his truss bit, but hopefully I won't need to switch it round. And yeah, I've got like 5 minutes before I need to go get him, so I need to get changed quickly. Once again, in all black. My birthday is on Thursday, and I asked for tops and base layers that are different colours because I'm sick of only ever wearing navy. What did I come in here for? Halter. About to get the horse now. Also, update on Riley. He's still lame. He went sound, like he was pretty much sound, and then it rained heaps again and the paddocks got flooded, and then he went lame again, and now it started warming up again, and there's not supposed to be any rain next week, so I'm gonna see if he becomes sound again. He's just, oh, he's such a pain. This whole year has just been a complete write-off with him. Okay, quick, is that Turbo? Or is that Turbo? I'm sure this will be very easy for Sarah. Everyone else will probably struggle. The answer is, that is Riley. I usually just give him the wind is probably so bad right now, if you can hear me. I usually just give him aloe vera before we ride as like a tummy coater for to prevent ulcers, but I think I'm going to give him some Gastrozole today because it's a bit of a longer drive than he's used to, and cross country, which he hasn't done in a while, so I might just give him a bit of Gastropel just to make sure that his tummy is feeling good. And my horse is running away. Good child. I love having an easy floater. Right, leaving now. I'm very on time. It's 1:29. So look at me go. That was really attractive. There's Turbo. You can't really see anything in that. It's really hot. My horse is loose. There's Caitlin. I'm so mad. I just did this whole voiceover, then deleted it, so that's great. Anyway, this is the beginning of the ride. It was terrible. You can see it was in the Julia, which I was trying, the one he got bit fitted. He was just disuniting. He was launching over the jumps, tucking his head in, jumping terribly. He was so sensitive in it, and it's not a strong bit at all. And you can see he's just doing a little tiny canter, not flowing at all, and then when he gets to jumps, it's just a terrible leap in the air and then tucking his head in, which is very hard to sit. And even here, you can see when I slow it down, he got a nice distance and he still jumped it like an idiot. So then we put the truss bit back on, and he started jumping a bit nicer. So you can see he is a bit more free in his jump. He's not like crunching up and tucking his head in. And then these ones, I don't know what was going on. He just went stupid again. He would run over to the left every time, and I let him get away with it a bit too much for the first couple tries. And then here I kind of was a bit stronger and was like, no, we're going in the middle. And you can see he still jumps out to the left. No idea why he was doing that. And then here he disunites before the jump and then launches into the air and tucks his head in, which I don't know why he was doing that. And this is in his normal bit again now. So you can see there, he's disunited, changes his lead before the jump and then launches into the air. And then does it again, going up to this one. Oh, I don't know why he was doing that. I just gave up trying to do those ones. So again, this house, I did give him a bit of a long spot, so I didn't help him out, but he can still, you can see he just throws himself over it and then tucks his head in. This one was a bit nicer. It was still very downhill. And then these ones, we also couldn't get this line because he was just leaning so much after this first jump. If I tried to get him forward going up to it. That one, I don't know what that was. Yes, I gave him a short spot, but he can jump from a short spot. And then he landed in like a tranter kind of thing. Don't know what was with that. So basically, whenever he did the first one nice, he would tank off after it. And then here you can see I controlled him more and got him really short into it. And then I actually managed to get to the second jump. And he changed his lead like twice and then launched and just did a stupid jump over it. And then he actually started jumping normally. So this was when he actually got his shit together and wasn't being a weirdo. I don't know why it just randomly changed. Anyway, I'm glad he didn't stay stupid the whole time. And you can see that was a long spot and he did it really nicely. Like, he does know how to jump nicely when I give him bad distances, because I'm just a shit rider half the time probably. And then he did the line really nicely and stopped disuniting for the most part. These two were, it was a really tight angle from the first one to the second one, and they were really weirdly shaped. So he does do a bit of a tuck over that, but that was because I literally had to turn mid-jump, so I wasn't really fussed about that. I was quite impressed that we actually managed to do that. And he jumped it quite nicely. And then this shaky video, don't know what was going on there. And then this little brush to the apex, which I failed the first time because I didn't realise how much of an angle I was at. And even here he jumps at a bit of an angle, which he was good for doing because it was actually quite narrow. And then we just do this little box brush thing, which he jumped nicely. And then after this, we do more of a narrow, it was actually a decent sized jump and it was very narrow, and he was stupid going up to it and then leaped over it and did a stupid jump, but I also put him really long to it. And there it was also a long spot and he did it really nicely. So I think he just was a bit, he wasn't confident enough the first time with the long spot I gave him. And there you can see short spot, and he jumped it quite nicely for what I gave him. So he can actually do it. Don't know why he thought he couldn't in the beginning. And then he jumped it nicely. And then these two, it was I think a short 5. So the first time it was, I did not hold him back enough. And then I gave him a terrible distance, so I didn't do it. And then the third time, it was still a bit short to the second, but it wasn't terrible. And then the video cut, but that one was after it. Pretty sure it was 5. Yeah, so I just needed to hold him a bit more in the middle so that last stride wasn't so short. But he still jumped it nicely for the stride I gave him. And then we did that big brush jump. They all looked tiny, but this was actually quite big. And he jumped it really nicely. This was huge, and he changed his lead before that, I just realised. But I got him so deep, he was so good for still jumping it the first time. And then he jumped it really nicely, so we finished on that. There's him next to it, you can kind of see how big it actually is, because it looks tiny in the video. And here's Caitlin galloping. I don't know what's going on with my voice, but yeah, that was it. Okay, we have just finished. Caitlin is going for a gallop. Turbo's done because he was very good to finish. It started off so badly. I started in that other bit that I was talking about, and he hated it. So then he was jumping really badly for like the first 40 minutes. No, probably not that long, 30 minutes. But then he got over it and jumped really well and finished on a jump that scared the shit out of me. And there's Caitlin coming back. I decided not to participate in the gallop because I didn't want to be mad at my horse. Okay, so I've just gotten back now. That's a fabulous video, Sidell. I didn't really talk about it much. Look how pretty the sunset is. I didn't really talk about it much before, but he started off terrible. He hated the bit. He was just tucking his head in heaps over the jumps, which is what he used to do a lot, and he stopped. So he was doing that, and then he was disuniting a lot, and he never usually does that either. And he was falling to the left over the jumps. I don't know, I think the bit just made him really sensitive, and then he was just not happy with it at all. It's just not an overly strong bit either. It's just got like a roller in the middle. Riley's running around. That's great. It's just got a roller in the middle, so it's supposed to like stop them leaning and getting heavy. Did not work. He was just not happy. He was like swishing his tail, bucking and everything, which he does a bit of when he's excited anyway, but not that bad. Anyway, switched it to the new bit. He kept being annoying for a couple more jumps, and then it took him a while, but he got over it, and then he was absolutely amazing to finish. So I'm very happy with him at the end. He did a very big jump, which I was very scared for, and the first time I did it I got him so deep and he still somehow jumped it. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with him. Definitely not going to be using that bit. Whether I look for another one or not, I'm not sure, because hi, you're really cute. I don't know, I think he kind of like, I was still doing the hard distances where he would have to like slow down, and it was only when I didn't have another jump to look for after a jump that he would kind of bolt off. So I think it was more so me not instantly picking him up and being like, hey, we need to go here, and giving him direction, so he just kind of runs off and leans. But I don't know, I might try just like a snaffle version of the happy mouth, because he just has a straight version right now. I'm not sure. We will see next show jump schooling. But yeah, overall, very happy with him. Minus the beginning, that was not good. I thought that it was going to be terrible the whole time, but he redeemed himself. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.